Isn't this an exciting new specimen? I wonder what your name is. I know you're desperately desperate to munch on my bones. We can't have that. This restraining spell will keep you in place. Don't struggle too much. I wouldn't want you to hurt yourself. What a gorgeous curse you have. It's absolutely incredible how many different curses can exist, all in this one little ruined town. It's a gold mine for a spellcaster like me. There's so much to see. But you, my abominable, beautiful abomination, stand out even in a place with so many unique creatures. You may be the most inhuman thing I've seen here. I could hardly guess what you were once an ordinary human like all the rest. And now look at you. You're almost like some kind of shadow. I'm glad I cast a total restriction spell instead of some simple bindings. You might have been able to shapeshift right out of those to tear me to pieces. Oh, and I almost want to let you go. You must look so gorgeous when you're ripping a living thing to shreds. I absolutely love all you cursed beings. So dangerous, yet so stunning. Perhaps if I have a healing spell ready. No. I can't risk you killing me. If only because I haven't completed my task yet. Well, the first part of my task, of course, is curing you now. We have to get you back to your human self. I wonder what combination of curses has caused this. Because I'm certain it can't only be just one. The pure blackness could be a result of a identity-stealing curse of some kind. I think. And the constant changing shape? A dissolution curse, maybe? But if that were the case, you'd be outright dead. Could there be a third? Perhaps an undeath curse? How rare! I also noticed you are surprisingly, there's a surprisingly few cursed beings in this area. Is that your doing, sweetheart? Are you scaring them away? Ooh, or perhaps you're devouring them. It could be an exciting challenge to see if I could recover the victims. Or not. Oh, how did you... You broke the restraining spell? Oh, I might be in love. How did you manage that, darling? Can you destroy magic? Or absorb it, perhaps? Ooh, or maybe you can cast counter magic spells of your own. I suppose you might have been a mage or some kind before the curse. That settles it. You're going to be a special project of mine. You're coming back with me to my study, you magnificent monster, you! And in you go. I was very impressed when you broke my spell. But you won't be able to escape from this. These bottles are absolutely top of the line. They shrink down the target and hold them inside. They're completely invulnerable with this. There's no force in the universe that could uncork this from inside either. Come along, my sweet. We have some work to do. These past few years have been so perfect. I've always loved curses, and now I can study them like no other spellcaster has ever been able to do before. Many people are terrified of this place, but they can't see what a paradise it is. It's a bit of a shame that I need to cure you, though. Really. I'd love to keep this town the way it is and live amongst all the cursed citizens for the rest of my days, but I do have my priorities. No matter how spectacularly adorable you cursed beings are, I have to do what must be done. We'll be working together for a while, you know. I think that perhaps you need a name. What do you think of that? Shadow would be too uninspiring, I think. Jet? Obsidian? Ebony? Ooh, or Pitch! I like that one. What do you think? A rather violent reaction. But then you seem to react violently to everything. I suppose you don't care much about what I call you, In that case, Pitch, welcome home. It's small, but I'm very pleased with it. I've been living in this little itty-bitty cottage for the most of my life, and it serves me well. I don't need much space, just enough to conduct my research. And there's a nice big cellar below where I keep things that interest me. For right now, I'm going to put you in a bigger bottle. It'll make it easier for me to study you, and you'll be more comfy. Let me just... Oh! Wow! You slipped right out as soon as I opened the bottle. You must have been ready for it. How interesting. I was mostly talking to you for fun, but can you understand me? So not only are you gorgeous, you're brilliant too? I'm swooning. But I should make sure you're contained before I start gushing. Alright, now that is impressive. Just how did you manage to turn my spell away? Do you become immune to spells that you devour? Oh, that's so cool! Does this put me in a compromising position, though? You know what? I think I know what you need. You just need a nice pacification spell. Listen to my voice, Pitch. My beloved cursed one. Let it soothe your fury. You're safe. Though I will contain you, I swear I will never harm you. I will care for you and find a way to bring you back to your original state. You will be cured. Don't struggle, my dear. Calm yourself and be comforted by my presence. You don't have any reason to fear or to hate anymore. I know your curse runs deep, gnawing at your soul and driving you to madness. But you do have some small measure of control. You can hold yourself back. You can rest rather than lash out. There we are. I'm glad that worked. It's not always effective, on cursed beings. I'd say there was an 86% chance I get to see my wishes being torn apart. By you, granted, after all. How fortunate for both of us. Though, it is a bit bittersweet not to be able to understand your power firsthand. I can't keep you in this dazed, tranquil state forever, though. Although you do seem to look so sweet and dreamy in this way. I really wish I could, but I don't think I want to put you back into a bottle. Even a roomier one. Let me see. No. I need that anymore. Let's throw that out. Ah! This will do nicely. It's more of an... how do we put it? An aquarium. Much, much bigger than a bottle. Just hop on inside and... there. Shrunken down like that. You actually have space to move around. Isn't that nice, Pitch? This will work much better on seeing that, this will be a long-term living arrangement. It really is going to be a shame to have to bring you back to your humanity. But it must be done. After all, I am the one who cursed this town in the first place. Oh, I haven't seen you take that shape yet. You seem awfully smart. Are you curious to hear about it? Oh, what a night it was, darling. I've been living in this cottage for years, spending every day engaged in my magic studies. I'd always kept to myself, but one day the mayor came to my doorstep talking about taxes and safety violations. I didn't, have that much money at the moment, so I offered to catch a spell as payment. I suppose I should have known that prosperity for the whole town was too grand of a goal for me. But it was what he had asked for, and I found the, challenge exciting. But as you see, it didn't quite turn out the way I'd hoped. I'd spent the past few years trying to fix my mistake. Well, not that I really see it as a mistake, mind you. I didn't plan on it. But personally, I think it's an improvement. This town was never all that interesting in the first place, and now it's a wonderland of darkness and curses. I'd love to keep it the way it is, but a deal is a deal. The mayor did trust me, and he said, "You have to swear that if anything goes wrong, you'd be the one to fix it." And so, my beloved Pitch, I must cure you, though you have no need for a cure. I suppose it's an engaging challenge, if nothing else. I do wonder what you were before the curse. Well, I suppose that once the curse is removed, I'll be able to find out. I wasn't very curious about the others, but you do pique my interest. Perhaps I'll discover that there was a kinder spirit living in town the whole time. Wouldn't that be something? But for now, go ahead and rest, my dear. I'll add a few things to your tank to make it more interesting for you. And then we'll get started on researching your cure. Settle in, darling cursed one. We're going to be working closely together for a long, long while.